So students, in continuation with carcinoma of rectum, what we were discussing, today we will discuss the staging of rectal carcinoma and its treatment. Okay, so how do we stage rectal carcinoma? In rectal carcinoma, a clinical simple staging system is there given by Professor Dukes. It's called Dukes staging of rectal carcinoma. In Dukes, there is Duke A means growth is limited to rectal wall. Duke B is tumor has gone beyond the rectal wall but no lymph node involved. Okay, and Duke C is when tumor is in the rectal wall and with lymph node involved. Okay, no matter where in the rectal wall tumor is, but lymph node becomes involved, then it becomes Duke C. So Duke A limited to rectal wall, Dukes B extrarectal involvement without lymph node, Duke C with lymph node involved. Okay. C is classified into C1 and C2. C1 is when pararectal lymph nodes are involved, and C2 when distal lymph nodes along the named vessel like superior rectal and inferior mesenteric lymph nodes are involved. Okay. Duke originally didn't add D, but these days we add D also. Duke's D is when distant mets is present. Okay. So this is Duke's staging for rectal carcinoma. Another staging, as we do in every cancer, T and M, tumor, node and mets. Is here also TX when the tumor cannot be assessed, like patient had previous operation or something and you can't assess it, we call it TX. T0 means no evidence of primary tumor. TIS is tumor in situ. Okay, in mucosa, there is epithelium, lamina propria, basement membrane. So when it is above basement membrane malignancy, we call it in situ. TIS. T1 tumor is limited up till submucosa. Okay, the tumor starts at the epithelial mucosa, so it has grown inwards and has involved up till submucosa. We call it T1. T2 when muscular propria is involved. T3 when it is subserosa involved. T4 when it goes beyond rectal wall and involves adjacent structures. Okay, bladder, prostate, female posterior vaginal wall, or sacrum. We will call it T4. N also, here we have got N0 no lymph node involvement. N1 1, 2, 3 lymph node involved is called N1. And N2 4 or more lymph nodes involved, N2. M0 no mets is present, M1 metastasis is present. Okay, so this is Dukes staging and TNM staging for carcinoma rectum. And of course you do CECT chest, abdomen, pelvis to look for any mets from the CA rectum. And as I told in previous class, for local delineation of the rectal wall and involvement of adjacent tissue and lymph node, and endoluminal ultrasound or MRI is a better option. It's a better investigation if you want to see whether the tumor is limited to submucosa or muscle or it has involved adjacent node, to go for endoluminal ultrasound or MRI. Okay, so this is how we stage the tumor. Now, and then of course you will do all the blood tests now, which I discussed previously. Now, how do we treat rectal carcinoma? Okay, see, the principle here is, as we have divided rectum previously in upper, mid and low zone and lower zone. So if tumor is present, okay, in rectum anywhere, your ideal margin should be 5 cm above that tumor, that is proximally, 5 cm distal to that tumor, together with the mesorectum and lymph nodes. If you have to excise that, then we will call it radical resection for rectal carcinoma. But depends upon obviously on the stage. See, if there is very small tumor limited to mucosa, submucosa, small means 3 cm or less, involving less than one third of the circumference and going deep up till only submucosa, and there is no lymph node involvement, then you can excise it locally also local excision. So how do we do a local excision in the rectum? That is done by a procedure called TEMS, T-E-M, transanal endoscopic microsurgery. With a special instrument is there, like a resectoscope as you use in TURP. You introduce that in the rectum, and rectum is inflated with carbon dioxide gas. There is a light source in that, and the channel for instrumentation. You can put the instrument in. And as you see in this diagram, you can put the instrument in through that and resect the growth from the submucosa. Submucosal resection you can do. Okay, so small tumor less than 3 centimeter, limited to submucosa, no lymph node involvement, you can do a transanal endoscopic microsurgery TEMS. Okay, for any other reason beyond that, you will have to do a radical resection. And when suppose a tumor is there in upper rectum, then we will, as I said, what you have to do, you have to remove the tumor 5 centimeter proximal, 5 centimeter distal, as well as 5 centimeter of the mesorectum, radially, circumferentially. Okay, so here the resection will be done involving these things, and this will be a sort of partial mesorectal excision. Okay, because here you will get the margin 5 centimeter proximal and distal and mesorectum together with lymph node, and then you will have to do an end-to-end anastomosis with the sigmoid colon and rectum. Okay, this is called high anterior resection. High anterior resection. Tumor present in the middle rectum or in the lower rectum, you will have proximally 5 centimeter margin you can take easily, distally 5 centimeter margin if available you should take. If not, if sphincters are present and you cannot take 5 centimeter, then even 2 centimeter margin is acceptable. Clear margin is acceptable to protect the sphincters. And of course mesocolon, here it will be total mesorectal excision, that is TME. What I mean by that is, you excise the rectum 5 centimeter proximally, distally, you excise the mesocolon down to the level of levator ani, that is pelvic diaphragm. Now we will remove whole of the mesorectum, because as I said, mesorectum contains lymphatics and nodes also, so it's very important to clear that also. Okay, tumor can spread up, down as well as radially and circumferentially, so you have to excise that. This is called TME, total mesorectal excision, that is done for carcinoma in the middle and lower rectum. Upper rectum, mesorectum has to be excised, but you don't have to come down to the levator ani. That is total, it need not take, because you can take 5 centimeter even by taking partial also. So this is basically treatment of carcinoma rectum. When it is not involving the sphincter, you do a surgery called anterior resection, okay, where we resect it 5 centimeter proximal, distal, mesorectum, lymph nodes. How do we do it? You can do it laparoscopically, you can do it by open surgery. A midline incision is given, lower midline, left colon is mobilized, till the splenic flexor. The inferior mesenteric artery is either high ligated right at where it arises from the aorta, or it can be ligated after it has given left colic artery branch, and then you resect the rectum proximal to the tumor, distal, mesorectum also, and then do end-to-end anastomosis. When you do it for upper rectum, we call it high anterior resection. Mid and lower resection, mid and lower rectum, we call it low anterior resection. Okay, low anterior resection. Suppose the tumor is so low in lower rectum that you cannot get a margin of 2 centimeter or suppose tumor is so low in the rectum that it is involving the sphincters, internal sphincter, external sphincter, and you cannot save the sphincter. What will you do? In that case, we do a surgery called abdominoperineal resection. Abdominoperineal resection, in that what we do, we not only remove the rectum, mesocolon and lymph node, but we also remove the whole of the anal canal together with the sphincteric complex, internal sphincter, external sphincter, part of the levator ani muscle, through the perineal route. Two teams of surgeon work here, one abdominal and one perineal. Abdominal route you can do either open or laparoscopically, similar to the anterior resection. Incision is given laterally in the lateral taut line. You mobilize the left colon, tie the inferior mesenteric artery at the aorta, and then and take out the mesocolon. Whole total mesorectal excision has to be done, and reach up till the pelvic diaphragm or levator ani. When you reach up till pelvic diaphragm, you stop there. Then a surgeon from the down does a perineal dissection. He excises the anal canal, sphincteric complex, part of the levator ani, and then the abdominal and the perineal surgeon, they can shake hands with what we call, they can meet there. And then the specimen is removed by the perineal route, the whole specimen, and the patient is left with a permanent end colostomy. Okay, so to summarize, if carcinoma is present in upper, mid and lower rectum, where sphincteric complex is not involved, you can get a sphincteric complex, 2 centimeter margin at least below. You can do anterior resection and then do end-to-end anastomosis. This end-to-end anastomosis can be hand sewn, or in lower down it's better to do it with a circular stapler. Now, if sphincter complex is involved, if you cannot save in sphincter, patient will, then you have to remove the sphincteric complex, whole of the anal canal also together with the sphincteric complex. We call it abdominoperineal resection. In that case, patient is left with a permanent end sigmoid colostomy. Okay, so this is what you do. Now suppose the patient can be in the advanced stage, very advanced, and you cannot, with distant meds and all, then you cannot do curative surgery. In these cases, what palliative options you have got? Suppose patient is presented with circumferential annular growth resulting in complete intestinal obstruction. In that case, you can either endoscopically, you can put a stent through the growth so that patient can defecate, stool can pass. That is called stenting. Endoluminal stenting can be done. If that is not available, we can take out the sigmoid colon as a loop colostomy, diverting loop colostomy, so that patient's obstruction is relieved. Okay, if patient is a little bit better, you can do a procedure called Hartmann procedure. Hartmann. What is Hartmann procedure? In that we excise the tumor bearing part of the rectum above, and taking negative margins with mesocolon and all, and then bring out the proximal end as an end colostomy, and close the distal rectal stem. Okay, close the distal rectal stem and leave it there. That is called Hartmann procedure. So palliative surgery, you have got three options. Either you can stent it, either you can do a diverting colostomy, or you can do a Hartmann procedure. Okay. Now, what's the role of radiotherapy and chemotherapy in carcinoma rectum? See, radiotherapy for the loco-regional control, whenever there is an advanced tumor like T3, when it is involving musculus propria, T3 and above, T4, N1 nodes, we usually advocate pre-operative radiation to the part. Okay, pre-operative radiotherapy either alone or together with chemotherapy. Chemotherapy, usually we give Folfox, 5-fluorouracil, oxaliplatinum and leucovorin to downstage that tumor. Purpose of giving pre-operative radiation and chemotherapy is to downstage this locally advanced tumor, so that you can either do an APR, or in some cases even a sphincter saving anterior resection after 2-3 cycles of chemotherapy and radiation to the part, so that tumor is shrunken and downstage. Okay. In some cases, after operation we give chemotherapy and radiotherapy to the patient, which we call adjuvant radiotherapy or adjuvant chemotherapy. Here also the role is, whenever there is locally advanced tumor or tumor is anaplastic, poorly differentiated, then in such patients you have to give post-operative radiotherapy and chemotherapy to these patients. Okay, and there's one new term that's called TAR-TME, transanal total mesorectal excision. You should know about that also. These days, in the era of minimally invasive surgery, transanal total mesorectal excision is a type of minimally invasive surgery in which, as I said in APR, you are dissected, the specimen is dissected from bottom up, that is from below, from anal canal, and through anal canal, around the anal canal a dissection is done to remove it, and an abdominal part is done through a laparoscopy. Okay, so this is called transanal total mesorectal excision. In that, surgeon does a TME excision through the anal canal route from below, bottom up approach, and with the help of laparoscopy. Okay, so this is transanal total mesorectal excision. This is all about treatment. This much you should remember. Thank you.